Hello, my name is Scott Cecil, and I'm going to be reading the book of John through the Message translation. I pick up today in chapter 4, starting with verse 1. Enjoy. Jesus realized that the Pharisees were keeping count of the baptisms that he and John performed. Although his disciples, not necessarily Jesus, did the actual baptizing, they had posted the score that Jesus was ahead, in a sense turning him and John into rivals in the eyes of the people. So Jesus left the Judean countryside and went back to Galilee. Now to get there, he had to pass through Samaria. And he came into Sychar, which is a Samaritan village that bordered the field Jacob had given his son Joseph. Jacob's well was still there. Now Jesus, worn out by the trip, sat down at the well. It was noon. A woman, a Samaritan, came to draw water. Jesus said, "Would you give me a drink of water?" His disciples had now gone to the village to buy food for lunch. The Samaritan woman, taken aback, asked, "How come you, a Jew, are asking me, a Samaritan woman, for a drink?" Because Jews in those days wouldn't be caught dead talking to Samaritans. Now Jesus answered, "If you knew the generosity of God and who I am, you would be asking me for a drink, and I would give you fresh living water." The woman said, "Sir, you don't even have a bucket to draw with, and this well is deep. So how are you going to get this living water? Are you a better man than our ancestor Jacob, who dug this well and drank from it, he and his sons and livestock, and passed it down to us?" And Jesus said, "Everyone who drinks this water will get thirsty again and again. Anyone who drinks the water I give will never thirst, not ever. The water I give will be an artesian spring within, gushing fountains of endless life." The woman said, "Sir, give me this water so I won't ever get thirsty, and I won't ever have to come back to this well again." He said, "Go, call your husband and then come back." "I have no husband," she said. "That's nicely put. I have no husband. You've had 5 husbands, and the man you're living with now isn't even your husband. So you spoke the truth there, sure enough." "Oh, so you're a prophet? Well, tell me this. Our ancestors worshiped God at this mountain, but you Jews insist that Jerusalem is the only place for worship, right?" "Believe me, woman, the time is coming when you Samaritans will worship the Father neither here at this mountain nor there in Jerusalem. You worship guessing in the dark. We Jews worship in the clear light of day. God's way of salvation is made available through the Jews. But the time is coming. It has, in fact, come when what you called will not matter and where you go to worship will not matter. It's who you are and the way you live that count before God. Your worship must engage your spirit in the pursuit of truth. That's the kind of people the Father is out looking for. Those who are simply and honestly themselves before Him in their worship. God is sheer being Himself, Spirit. Those who worship Him must do it out of their being, their spirits, their true selves, in adoration. The woman said, "I don't know about that. I do know that the Messiah is coming, and when He arrives, we'll get the whole story." "I am He," said Jesus. "You don't have to wait any longer or look any further." Just then his disciples came back. They were shocked. They couldn't believe He was talking with that kind of a woman. No one said what they were all thinking, but their faces showed it. The woman took the hint and left. In her confusion, she left her water pot. Now, back in the village, she told the people, "Come, see a man who knew all about the things I did, who knows me inside and out. Do you think this could be the Messiah?" And they went out to see for themselves. I want to thank you for listening to John chapter 4, 1 through 30. We'll pick up tomorrow in verse 31 and finish the chapter. All right. Have a good day.